Hi students. I'm Pardas Khandukuri, your teacher of English. Today, I want to ask you a question now. How do you feel when you look at your face in the mirror? Of course, that must be the most mesmerizing moment for you. Children, have you ever seen a snake looking at the mirror? That's really ridiculous. The snake must be saying, "Look at my face in the mirror, and I wonder what I see." Students, now I'm going to take you to a wonderful humorous lesson, The Snake and the Mirror, from the lesson number 5 from your most favorite 9th class English textbook, Beehive. Before proceeding to the explanation of the lesson, let's see the overview of the lesson to have a better understanding of lesson and its characters.
Yes, children, let's go for the overview of this humorous lesson, The Snake and the Mirror.
Children, in this lesson, we are going to cover, before you read, under this,
Introduction, about the author, and reflecting activity.
Snake and the Mirror, Part 1, under this, reading and explanation, thinking about the text, under this, vocabulary and comprehension. My dear students, now we are going to notice the learning objectives.
By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify an animal that you think would react in a funny or interesting way if it saw itself in a mirror. Explain why you think so. Recognize the protagonist and the setting of the story, The Snake and the Mirror. Discuss the significance of the mirror and the snake in the story and how they are interconnected. Express your personal opinion on the protagonist's behavior and what you would have done in a similar situation. Now, my dear students, I would like to take you to a humorous story which has a lot of fun and joy. It makes you laugh and it brings a witty smile on your faces. See, my dear students, how this cat is enjoying looking into the mirror. Isn't it very funny to watch? Have you enjoyed the video clippings, children? In the same way, we are going to enjoy with our lesson, The Snake and the Mirror. Come, children, let's enter into the lesson. Before entering to the lesson, let's know about the author of this lesson. Vaikom Muhammad Bashir was born in Talayola Parambu near Vaikom, Kottayam district on 21st January 1908. Bashir was a Malayalam writer and an independence activist in India. He was a novelist, short story writer and humanist, which made him famous among literary critics and the common people. The story was originally written in the Malayalam language and was translated into English by V. Abdullah. The story is about a homeopathic doctor's personal experiences. One day, it happened that he encountered a cobra snake in his room.
Now, students, before we read this lesson, The Snake and the Mirror, let's have some interaction. Have you ever seen a dog, a cat, or a bird look into a mirror? What do you think it sees? Yes, we obviously see dogs, cats, and birds look into mirrors in videos. They think that another same bird or animal is there in front of them. That's very funny. Yeah, children, I want to ask a question to you now. Do you like to look at yourself in the mirror? What do you think about at such times? I know what you will answer. Yes, I do. We definitely like to look at ourselves in the mirror. I love myself at such times. Yeah, it's right.
Children, let's know the characters of the story The Snake and the Mirror now. The homeopathic doctor, protagonist of the story. Cobra, the admirer of its own beauty. Mirror, both a problem maker and a problem solver.
As per the overview of the lesson, we have completed the first part of the lesson. Before you read, shall we check our understanding by answering 2 questions, children? Shall I ask? Yes, come on. Be ready to give the answers to the questions, children. Which district was the author, Waikum Muhammad Bashir, born in? Yes, children, you're right. Excellent and wonderful response. Answer is, Waikum Muhammad Bashir was born in Kottayam district. Children, are you ready to answer the second question? Yeah, this is the question. Who translated The Snake and the Mirror into English? That's very good, children. Your answer is right. V. Abdullah translated The Snake and the Mirror into English. Come on, children. Let's enter into the lesson now. Firstly, I'm going to read the text of the lesson. It's your time, children, to read along with me. I'll read slowly so that you may repeat word by word after me. Has a snake ever coiled itself round any part of your body? A full-blooded cobra. All of us fell silent. The question came from the homeopath. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. We listened attentively as the doctor continued with his tale. It was a hot summer night, about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. One could say that the rats and I shared the room. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. Try to understand this passage by reading it repeatedly.
Yes, children, let's know the meanings of some new words of the above passage.
I'll take the first sentence of the lesson. Has a snake ever coiled itself round any part of your body? In this sentence, the new word we take here is coiled. The meaning of coiled is wound in rings. Secondly, the next sentence is a full-blooded cobra. The new word is full-blooded. The meaning of this full-blooded is strong. The third sentence I've taken here is, the question came from the homeopath. The new word from this sentence is homeopath. The meaning of homeopath is a person who treats sick people with homeopathy. The next sentence we have taken here is, I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my room. Here the new word is restaurant. The meaning of restaurant is a place where you can buy and eat a meal. Here students, please notice one thing. Usually we pronounce restaurant as restaurant or restaurant, but the real pronunciation is restaurant. Dear children, we are going to have the recapitulation of the above four meanings. Dear children, try to repeat after me all these meanings. Coiled, wound in rings, full-blooded, strong, homeopath, a person who treats sick people with homeopathy, restaurant, a place where you can buy and eat a meal.
I am going to give you some essence of this paragraph. Actually, the story begins with the doctor's question asking the author and members of his group whether any of them had ever been coiled by a cobra snake. Yes, children, now let's check how good understood this passage by some activities.
Students, in this comprehension, the first question I'll ask you is, who is a homeopath? A teacher, B, a snake charmer, C, a doctor, D, a home minister. Children, you know the answer. It's very easy. Yes, children, the answer is C, a doctor. Very well done. Congratulations. The second question of this activity 1 under comprehension is, let's fill in this blank of the sentence. My grandmother told us an amazing dash. A, tail, B, tail, C, tile, D, tool. Wonderful children, you're always right. The answer is tail. Students, welcome to this spell check. We'll enjoy this question under this activity 1. I had my meal at the dash. My dear children, now you have to choose the distractor having the right spelling. Good children, you're right. A, restaurant. R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T is the right answer. A. Come on children, we'll have the fourth question under this spell check of activity 1. We had to fill this blank once again. It was a hot dash night. We know the answer, summer. Yeah, the spelling may confuse you, but I know you're very cute to identify the spelling of summer. You're right, my dear children. D, summer. S-U-M-M-E-R is the right answer.
And now, my dear children, let's get into the next passage of this, The Snake and the Mirror, part 1.
Dear children, I'm going to read this passage, giving pauses so that you may repeat word by word. Come on children, read along with me. The house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. I had just set up medical practice and my earnings were meager. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase, along with some shirts and dhotis. I also possessed one solitary black coat which I was then wearing. There was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. I made my bed and pulled it close to the wall. I lay down, but I could not sleep. I got up and went out to the veranda for a little air. But the wind god seemed to have taken time off.
Yes, children, let's know the meanings of some new words of the above passage.
Firstly, let's take one of the sentences from the lesson. My earnings were meager. Let's take the new word meager. The meaning of meager is small in quantity. The second sentence I've taken is, I also possessed one solitary black coat. I want to take the new word from this sentence, solitary. The meaning of solitary is alone. Third sentence, it had a tiled roof with long supporting gables. Let's take the word gable. The meaning of gable is upper part of a wall below a sloping roof. The fourth sentence is, there was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. We'll take the word beam. The meaning of the word beam is the main load-bearing structural element of a roof.
My dear children, now recapitulation of the above four meanings. Children, you repeat after me. Meager, small in quantity. Solitary, alone. Gable, upper part of a wall below a sloping roof. Beam, the main load-bearing structural element of a roof.
Now, children, let's go for the next paragraph of this lesson, The Snake and the Mirror, Part 1.
My dear students, as I am reading the passage now, repeat after me. At the pauses I give here and there. Here I go. I went back into the room and sat down on the chair. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book, the Materia Medica. I opened it at the table on which stood the lamp and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. One feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near one. I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and neat. Again I heard that sound from above. I took a close look at my face in the mirror. I made an important decision. I would shave daily and grow a thin mustache to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and a doctor.
My dear children, try to understand this passage by reading it repeatedly. Children, I am taking a new word from one of the sentences from the above passage. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty. The meaning of admirer is a person who likes or respects somebody or something. The next sentence I have taken is, I believe in making myself look handsome. The new word is handsome here. The meaning of handsome is good looking. The third new word I want to take from another sentence from the above passage is, I would shave daily and grow a thin mustache. The new word here is mustache. The meaning of mustache is hair that grows on a man's top lip between the mouth and nose.
Students, now we are going to have the recapitulation of the above three meanings. Please repeat after me. Admirer, a person who likes or respects somebody or something. Handsome, good looking. Mustache, hair that grows on a man's top lip between the mouth and nose.
Now I am going to give a description about the above passage. Despite the fact that the doctor was in the mood to read a book, he was enticed to have a look at himself at the time. In this narrative, mirror plays a crucial role, which may be understood in the story's concluding portion.
Children, now we are going to check how good we have understood this above paragraph by some activities. I want to ask you yes or no question. Are you ready? Yeah, this is the question. Mirror plays an important role in this story. Yes or no? I think you know pretty well that mirror is the main important role. Yeah, you're right. Well done, children. The meaning of bachelor: degree holder, married, batchmate, unmarried. Yeah, I know very well that you know the meaning of bachelor. It is unmarried. That's highlighted here and has become a green in color. Yeah, unmarried.
The third question is like this. What type of decision was made by the homeopath? Heartbreaking, earth-shaking, sound-cracking, fun-provoking. Yeah, children, you're right. That is, an earth-shaking decision was taken by the homeopath. You're right, children.
And now, my dear children, we are going to have the last paragraph of today's lesson, The Snake and the Mirror, Part 1. I'm going to read the text of this last paragraph.
It's your time, children, to read along with me. I'll read slowly so that you may repeat word by word after me.
I got up, paced up and down the room. I would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and a good medical practice. She had to be fat for a valid reason. If I made some silly mistake and needed to run away, she should not be able to run after me and catch me. Suddenly there came a dull thud, as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous.
My dear children, try to understand this passage by reading it repeatedly.
Now, students,
I am going to give meanings of some new words of this passage. I want to take one new word from a sentence. I got up, paced up and down the room. The new word in this sentence is paced up. The meaning of this paced up is to walk with regular steps in one direction and then back again, usually because you are worried or nervous.
Children, now I want to take next sentence. No sooner had it turned than a fat snake wriggled over. Here, the new word I want to take from this sentence is wriggle. To twist and turn your body with quick, short movements, especially side to side. The next sentence. The snakes landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. The new word here is simultaneous. The meaning of simultaneous is happening at exactly the same time. Children, now we are going to have the recapitulation of the above three meanings. The first one, paced up, to walk with regular steps in one direction and then back again, usually because you are worried or nervous. Second one, wriggle, to twist and turn your body with quick, short movements, especially side to side. Third one, simultaneous, happening at exactly the same time.
Students, now I describe the above passage for your better understanding in my words. He chose to marry a wealthy woman doctor who had a successful medical practice. The doctor also imagined himself marrying a fat woman. He had a valid reason for it as well. He reasoned that if he made a mistake and his wife became enraged and decided to chase him down to hit him, she would not be able to run fast enough to catch him if she was fat. That's a great reason, my dear students. Now, we are going to know how better we understood this passage by some activities.
The first question is, what kind of noise did the narrator hear? A. Buzz. B. Thud. C. Quack. D. Chirp. Congratulations, children, you're right. B. Thud is the right answer. Second question is like this. Where did the snake land on? The distractors are A. Shoulder. B. Head. C. Leg. D. Neck. You're right, children. The right answer is A. Shoulder. Now, children, we are coming to the concluding part of this lesson. Let's have some summary activities to know how better we understood this lesson. The Snake and the Mirror, Part 1, that is 1 to 6 paragraphs. Here are the questions from summary activity. Under activity 4, the first question is, the topic came up when we were discussing dash. A. Rats. B. Cats. C. Snakes. D. Dogs. Yes, children, you are right. C. Snakes is the right answer. Second question is an yes or no question we have. The house was electrified. Yes or no? Yes, children, it's very clear. The house was not electrified. The answer is no. Well done. There was a regular dash of rats to and from the beam. The distractors are A. Traffic. B. Queue. C. Smell. D. Appearance. Well done, my dear children. A. Traffic is the right answer. What type of wife the doctor wanted? A. Thin. B. Tall. C. Short. D. Fat. Yeah, children, we know that he wanted to marry a fat woman. So D. Fat is the right answer. Congratulations. Fifth question is a matching question. Match the following antonyms. Antonyms are opposite words. 1. Handsome. 2. Attractive. 3. Fat. 4. Meager. You have to match the 4 answers there like A, B, C and D. Let's see. Handsome. Yes, children, the opposite word or the antonym of handsome is D, ugly. Second one, attractive. Antonym is C, unattractive. You're right, children. Third one, fat. Antonym is A, thin. You're right, children. Congratulations. Fourth one, meager. Meager means small in quantity. So the antonym is abundant. That is large in quantity. So B, abundant is the right answer here. That's very fine, children. Have you enjoyed this matching? Yeah, that's very good. The question number 6. Identify the solitary one. Here, children, some 4 pictures are given. You have to identify which is the solitary. Yeah, children, you know the meaning of solitary. Solitary means, yeah, it is alone or single. So here, rats are not single here, snakes are not single, or mirrors are not single. One and only black coat is a solitary black coat. The single coat is the right answer. Congratulations. The 7th question is, find out mustache. You have to find out mustache from these 4 figures given below. First one is hair. Yeah. Second one is beard. Third one is eyes. And of course, the 4th one is mustache. Yeah, you're right, and congrats, children. 8th question is, what is the name of the book Doctor took out? The distractors are A. Britannia Britannica, B. Victoria Veronica, C. Materia Medica, D. Cecilia Singanica. Yeah, children, we know the name of the book Doctor took out is C. Materia Medica. And now, children, the last question of this summary activity under activity 4 is missing letters. Children, I think you have identified this word simultaneous. In this word simultaneous, some letters are missing. Yeah, you have to match them. Okay. Well, simultaneous. The first letter here missing is S-I. S-I-M. And the second letter is U. Yeah, my dear children. S-I-M-U. L-T. Next letter is A. Yeah, exactly. S-I-M-U-L-T-A. N-E. Next letter missing is O. That is S-I-M-U-L-T-A-N-E-O-U-S is the complete spelling of this simultaneous, right? That's very nice, children. Congratulations.
My dear children, now we'll see whether the learning objectives are covered by our lesson or not by this summary.
By the end of this lesson, now you can
Identify an animal that you think would react in a funny or interesting way if it saw itself in a mirror. Explain why you think so. Recognize the protagonist and the setting of the story, the snake and the mirror. Discuss the significance of the mirror and the snake in the story and how they are interconnected. Express your personal opinion on the protagonist's behavior and what you would have done in a similar situation.
Students, now we are going to take the question and answers from the textbook. The first one is, what 2 important and earth-shaking decisions did the doctor take while he was looking into the mirror? The answer is, the doctor took the following 2 important and earth-shaking decisions. The first one is, he would shave daily and grow a thin mustache to look more handsome. The second one is, he would always keep that attractive smile on his face.
Now I am going to give you
the expected questions in the examinations. First question: who is the narrator of the story The Snake and the Mirror? Answer is a homeopath is the narrator of the story. Second question: where did the narrator of the story The Snake and the Mirror live? Answer: he lived in a small rented room. Third question: who shared the room with the narrator in the story The Snake and the Mirror? Answer is the rats shared the room with him. Fourth question: what was the homeopath's first decision while sitting before the mirror? The answer is he took the decision that he would shave daily and grow a thin mustache. My dear students, here is a good news for you. There are some suggested activities for you, my dear students. The first activity here is very interesting. Jaldi 5. As you play at home with your family, the tambola or housey we call. It's a very apt activity for spellings and pronunciation. First of all, your teacher writes 15 words randomly from the lesson in 3 rows as follows: coiled, homeopath, restaurant, tail, meager, solitary, gabble, handsome, mustache, bachelor, thud, wriggled, admirer, beauty, simultaneous. Now, what we do in this game is the teacher will ask you to write down any 5 words of your choice from the above 15 words. As the teacher reads out each word one by one, the students are expected to round up the same from his list. The student who first rounds up 5 words out of his or her list and raises his or her hand and stands up and shouts Jaldi 5, and then it continues so on to pick the second, third, that way.
Dear children, we have the next suggested activity which is very interesting for you, my dear children. That is Antyakshari, a special activity for spellings. Watch the video given here as an example. And my dear students, with some selected words from the lesson The Snake and the Mirror, we'll play this Antyakshari. Let's see how it goes. Children, here are some words. The next word will start with the last letter of the previous word. That is Antyakshari. If you follow these words given below, you can easily understand how to play this Antyakshari. Let's see these words. Meager. It ends with the letter E. So, next word starts with E. E for earth. And it ends with H. Then next word H for homeopath. Again H. Handsome. Now E. Ever. R. Restaurant. T. Thud. D. Decision. N. Night. Ends with T. T for tails. S. Simultaneous. S again shaking. G. Gabbles. S. Solitary. Y. Young. G. Grow. Wriggled. D. Doctor. R. Room. M. Mustache. E again. So on, you can carry on with remaining words. This is Antyakshari, my dear students. Have you enjoyed this? You'll really enjoy this if you play at your home, and you'll get complete idea about the spellings of different words in our textbook, especially in our lesson, The Snake and the Mirror.
Lastly, we are going to have the ethical caption from our lesson, The Snake and the Mirror. The caption is: one should not be proud of one's looks, beauty, achievements and strengths. My dear teachers, here is notes for you. The Snake and the Mirror is a complex story of self-discovery that is humorously told. The narrator is a vain and foolish young man who, in a moment of crisis, realizes that he is poor, foolish and stupid. The questions are designed to help the students notice the humor in the narration. This unit has a formal expository passage for dictation. Students should be encouraged to learn the spellings of unfamiliar words beforehand.
Finally, I am going to give you an assignment, a work for home. Children, you have to write on a paper your feelings, your expressions if you happen to face a snake suddenly in a dark place. How do you feel? And give some suggestions and precautions if you face a snake suddenly, how to get escape from that snake. That's all for now, children. Don't forget to write your expressions and your emotions when you suddenly face a snake in a dark place. See you in the next class to go forward for the lesson Snake and the Mirror Part 2. Until then, goodbye.
Children, I want to say one thing to you now. The second part of the lesson will be covered in the module number 2, that is from 7th paragraph to 12th paragraph.